Hi, I'm Mocha. I'm saved. I'm about that life.
I'm Dewana, the corporate type.
I'm Barbara, the boss.
And we are
The Walks of Life.
So tonight, Mocha has a very interesting topic that is.
What is it? What is it? I forgot. Now I'm
Should you
forward.
stay in a relationship for the sake of your children?
My God. There was a time I would have said yeah. That was the time. But as you live life and you experience things and you see things, you remember your childhood, it all depends. I'm not going to say yes and say no, but it all depends on the circumstance, what's happening in that home, that marriage, your relationship. It all depends. If there's some physical abuse, I'm going to say no, get out. If there's any abuse from either or, I would say no.
Okay.
Because what you go through, your kids are going through too. He cursing you, he cursing the kids too. When he hits you, he's hitting the kids. So if there's anything in that arena, I will say no to that.
Okay. I think I'm the product of someone not staying in a relationship for the sake of the kids. My parents weren't ever married. They were young and in love, and my father kind of went away to college, and him and my mom, for whatever reason, separated, and they just went their own way.
Oh, okay.
So
And just like that,
and just like that,
Mm.
was raised by a single mom, and he kind of went off and did his own thing for years.
How did it affect you? Do you remember how it affected you?
Oh yeah, I remember my dad would send care packages for birthdays and holidays, and as I got older, my mom would send me to visit him. And at the time, he was married to his first wife, and then that kind of went left, and then he's now with his second wife, who he's been with for a long time. And I don't think people stay for the sake of kids. They, you know, my mother probably would have wanted him to stay.
My daddy stayed for the sake of kids. He loved her dearly. They were friends even after. I mean, they love each other, but and many times he let it be known it's because of my kids. So I witnessed that, staying for the kids. Am I grateful? Very. Yeah, I am grateful because he stayed there. Like you said, many men had left. I had a lot of cousins and friends that didn't have a father in the home, but we had a father in the home. So I was able to see, how a man, how what a man looks like, and taught me how to uphold myself because my daddy was there. Sometimes I wish she should have left, probably so, but but thank God, thank you, Daddy. I love you. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Any circumstances?
I was the one where my mother, I had a great stepfather though. So my dad didn't really stay. I don't know. But see, the thing is with that, I don't know what happened with my dad and my mom. I knew at some point they did love each other, but I think it was because they were young, in families, because we come from the deep south. It's the family issues with the not them, but the people around them.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't stay together. Now I just want to fast forward a little bit. Now I remember being in parts of my relationship with my husband where I was thinking I was staying for my kids, but after being more educated, I wasn't. I was there because I loved them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes trying to understand. Sometimes I trying to understand what makes a relationship work is hard. So, should you stay? If you can stay in a healthy manner, because some people can roommate and raise the kids and have an
That's right.
understanding. I think so. And sometimes you should probably break up. You have a better relationship if you break up and raise the kids together. You know what I mean? Because I see a lot of people that's better friends as separated and raising the kids than trying to stay together, all arguing and bickering. That's hard on a child
Yeah.
to have to
It is.
try to
Choose. They're
choose, and they
choosing.
shouldn't have to choose, but
Yeah. And they find
the
themselves
and the
in love.
parents put them under pressure
Yeah,
where
it
like
happens.
you know, and they shouldn't have because they love both people. So
Yep. I was thinking about that today. They do. We
it's
love
not-
both
it's
of y'all.
not-
You know, we do.
yeah, it's not healthy.
Yep.
So if it's a not healthy situation, I don't feel like you should stay. But you know, some people stay for finance. They be saying it's for the kids, but it's because somebody ain't working,
Yeah.
or you know,
All of that,
somebody
yeah,
waiting to
it
be
is.
taken care of.
Yeah.
But you know, that's always a bad situation for kids if it's abusive. Like
Yeah.
you know, and abuse is not just physical; it's mental abuse. That sometimes that stay with you more longer than physical.
The physical. Yeah.
So,
I would say fast forwarding from my childhood to my daughter,
Mhm.
me and her dad were together all through our 20s, and things just didn't work out. And I never thought in my mind, I'm going to stay with him. I'm going to weather this for the sake of my daughter.
Mm.
I just said no go. I mean, it was a non-negotiable.
right.
Okay.
It was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So did you guys have a better relationship after the breakup, or no?
There's still some growing that has to be. I mean, I was always the mature one in the relationship,
Okay.
so he's still to me catching up.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, so how does Christian see him, and how does Christian see you? Because and the reason why I say that because let's say he financially not stable, but finance is not always everything for a child.
Well,
Sometimes
finances
this
was
is-
the problem for me.
I know, but I'm saying, how does his daughter see him though? Like, you know
I
what I mean?
think
Because that's huge for me. Like, you and him didn't work. It didn't work out because it was a financial thing. But do she feel the love that she need to feel from him?
I think because I'm so stern and I'm so militant and I'm so driven with education and beating everything into her, that he gives her the balance of fun and
Yeah.
being a jokester
Yes,
and you know, being goofy, where I'm so serious all the time.
Okay.
So he gives her that balance. You know, when I hear them talk, is, you know, they're friends. They're, you know, that's my, you know, she gets this little baby voice, Daddy, and I'm like, whoa, like, where did this come from? But you know, it's the love and the admiration that she has for her dad.
That's what's
It
up.
is.
And you know, I'm glad that you was like honest because
Yeah.
sometimes I don't think you don't reap your, like you won't reap right now. It seems like he getting all this goodness, but later she'll give you the goodness because you gonna make her be able to be a provider for herself. You know what I'm saying? So that part is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You need the balance because
Yeah.
that's what we have here. But because I was the aggressive one here, like. School is your job. That's what you have to do. We got to get, you
Yeah.
know. So I was the real aggressive. I probably was smacking and hitting, fighting all the whole way, and he was more sit down. One time, you
That's
understand?
it.
One time,
That's it.
stand up.
That's it.
You know, just one time, and it was frustrating a little bit as a woman, you know,
It
for
is,
being the
even
person
now.
that cooked every day.
Yeah.
But whatever it was a good balance. I got good kids behind it. So having a healthy, good balance,
Mm-hmm.
the product turned out great, even though you can't see it at the time. Like you might not can see it right now, but as long as y'all got that balance, whether you're together or not, you will see your seed.
Well, I think I
Process.
see more him in her than I see me.
That's right now because you the teacher. And the
And
teacher always wants you to be better than
Exactly.
what you might be
That's
wanting to
it.
be right now.
Yeah.
But she'll respect that later.
Yeah,
More,
exactly.
she'll be more respectful of it
I
later.
believe that.
So
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to stay in anything for the
That's
sake of
unfair.
the children or when I'm unhappy.
Yeah. That's not fair to either person.
I don't know. I've been unhappy, but you know, it wasn't really because you know you learn different stuff. Like I was unhappy because I was unhappy. It wasn't because I was just doing too much.
That makes sense.
So I was unhappy a little
Yeah.
bit, and then I had to learn that I'm doing too much.
See,
So once I learned that,
yeah,
it started balancing out.
that's it, right?
Like sometimes it women think that this is what is to make a healthy relationship, but you have to ask the person you with what they want, what you need, what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Stop volunteering so much. You make yourself tired. You tired.
Oh, definitely.
You're
Delegate.
exhausted.
Yeah.
So what you do is, you know, if they don't ask, don't do nothing.
You see what happens, huh? But a wise woman builds her house. Let me say. I always say that house without order, it will fall apart, and I ain't trying to let mine fall apart.
It's
I
true.
have to have some order.
But you know, you gotta have fun too. It just
You
can't
gotta-
just
yeah.
have order. You gotta have fun.
Yeah.
You gotta have order. You gotta have love.
Oh,
you gotta
yeah.
have respect.
All that
It's just
makes
it's
the
a
house.
whole.
It does.
It's just,
Do either of you in your experience know someone who's going through what we're talking about? Where they're debating in their mind, do I stay because of the children?
Yeah, I've met some people along the way, friends, family, yeah, that have been in this situation before, you know.
I remember seeing it when I was growing up. Not so much now. Like in hearing older people talk about it, but not now. I don't. People should have a baby. Shoot, some women just drop the kid off at the door like, here, I ain't you want. I ain't baby. I ain't keeping them. You the daddy. You keep. And go on about they. I think I respect them mothers because they don't just abuse the kids. They just drop them off. Or as daddies be like, I can't do this no more. I'm done. Whatever.
Then you have those that are afraid to even speak out about what's happening because, you know, they, for the sake of kids, but are really afraid, you know, shame to even say anything.
Mhm.
I've seen, in my experience, men who step up, who are in a relationship with a woman who had children that weren't theirs. And when the relationship went sour, stayed for a while, but kept the kids that weren't even theirs.
Kept up with the kids. Oh,
I mean,
love.
took care of the kids.
That's
Oh,
love.
I mean, where the kids are like, that's my daddy.
yeah.
But that's some good raising,
Yeah,
though.
it is, right. I agree
That
with you.
whoever raised them in, it be some good raising going
Yeah,
on.
that's love.
So they saw some stuff that was spectacular. You know what I'm saying?
For
We
real.
we not seeing. I don't know how old these people is. What age range you talking
Right.
about?
They're
But-
about 50 right now, in the 50s.
Oh,
now.
see, so yeah, that they was being raised.
Exactly.
Now them submissive women raised their kids though. So you know they might have been submissive and they went through things, but the kids never saw it. Like you know
Yeah.
you learn as
Yeah.
you get in a relationship and you look back, you be like, Granny, you took a lot of stuff, but you didn't see it when you were growing up, because Granny never complained or Mama
Mhm.
never complained or whatever. So I don't see that now.
No, I can't say.
Now I have seen guys take care of other kids and don't deal with their own,
Now,
whatever those situations be. And when I say take care of, they there with some other people kids. You know, everybody with somebody else's kids.
Mhm.
They in a relationship, in and out of relationship. It's just terrible.
I've seen them
kids
where
is
they
going
mad
crazy.
with the ex boyfriend or ex girlfriend, and you got the kid in the middle, and now the kid can't go see their daddy because I'm mad. But that's not your daddy. That's his or her daddy. You feel me?
Yeah,
But
well,
you-
people don't look.
But
don't
you
think about the
personalizing
kids
it
so
because you
much.
so upset with what y'all done went through. You forgetting the fact you chose this man to become that child's father. That's their daddy. The child not being abused. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But that
Right.
child's to their father. Whoop.
That's a good one. That's good. I mean, you know, cause I see that. I see that a lot. Where it be like I see a lot of
That's
good dudes
on life.
on
Let that
life.
man see his kids.
Man, As long as they're not abusive.
I got in my.
Especially if he can't pay child support, yeah, he can be daycare.
Even if he can't pay,
He can be
let
daycare.
them see their daddy.
Man.
Man.
So we're talking about the man, but let's flip this around to the woman
Woo.
who says, you know what, I'm gonna stay no matter what.
Stay where?
Stay in the relationship. What advice do we give them as married women? You know, because you're not even married. You're not even. There's no covenant there.
Well, if it's abusive,
Yeah. Back to that
it's
for real.
just not healthy.
It's
like you might think you're doing a good thing, and it's crazy because the kids gonna cry, they gonna act a fool. But if it's not working, it's better to separate. And I don't want to get this mixed up with extreme cases. You got some extreme cases where the man kill you because they ain't nobody else gonna be with you. So I don't know what to say to that kind of situation because some people are in that situation where they fear leaving, you know, and they there for the kids or whatever. But sometimes it's healthier if you part and be friends versus trying, because sometimes relationships put expectations on things versus, you know, like a family relationship versus a friendship, the expectations ain't as high.
Yeah. I've just been told, I mean, just living life and experience, don't have it all together. I'm just saying, I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and I've had people to come and tell me, you know, thank you for not judging me. It's who you love, it's where you want to be. Who am I to tell you? Who am I don't have no right to put you in heaven, take you to hell. I don't. But I'm here without judgment. For real, in real life.
That's huge.
I'm here, and I've been told that's what you've been to me, a friend. I'm here until you get there and make that final decision. But I'm here. I can't judge you and them.
Now let's don't get confused on the judge, because see, people ask me my opinion. And sometimes my opinion seems judgmental, but that ain't it.
Okay.
So don't ask me my opinion if you've been.
If you've been, yeah.
If you don't really want to hear that 100
Mm-hmm.
on life, is that how we do?
That's on life.
On life. Because what happens is
on life.
I'm gonna keep it
Being
100
funny,
with you, but I'm
Yeah.
also gonna respect your opinion. I mean, respect your decision.
Your decision.
So
it's there to,
let's
at
just
the end of the day, it is that person's
decision. Yeah, because just because it don't look healthy to me, you might not be ready to make the next move.
Okay. I've had an experience where I've seen something that was unhealthy. I respond to it being unhealthy. The person says, I'm still going to be with him. Family beat up the dude.
Yeah, that happens.
And
okay. They still with them.
To this day, they still
They
together.
still with them.
No, but
See?
did it change after the beat up?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so no. So what I'm see now
Be
with
with
that,
them. Be with them more.
this is where I don't get in domestics. And the reason why I say that is because I'm gonna go to jail and y'all gonna be sleeping together with black
I just
eyes
said they're gonna
and
be together a
busted
little more.
Right. So I don't get into domestics. I will give my opinion. I don't take sides. So if it's the chick that's messed up, you know, I ain't really mad at neither one. So you can tell me what it is. I ain't really gonna get all into it and be mad at the person because it's not my job. So sometimes being that middle person, it get a little confusing because you want me to be mad at that person, but you really don't. Like you don't want me to, but I have to be in a position where I'm being respected by both parties.
Yeah.
So you know, I don't get in domestics.
You know, there was a time back then. What's that little song by Betty Wright? They would get all the people to come together. It's not like that no more. You know, when people go through different things in their marriage and whatever relationship, they'll call the family, and family will come together and try to
Cook
talk
a little
about
food and throw a little party, and whisper a little
things in your ear like, don't blame
Mr. Chop.
That's my song. For real. But now you got different type of, you know, it's different generations going
And
on
some
now.
stuff is worth saving. you know,
True.
just
Sad.
because sometimes
It
it's
is.
just about not having the understanding of being in a relationship. So everything ain't just, oh, let's stop quitting up.
Thank you. That's
Some
right.
stuff because of backgrounds.
Yes.
Because my husband and I are from different backgrounds. You know, I'm from a single mom with a stepdaddy. He from a mama and a daddy. Is all together the same parents, siblings, and all that. I ain't had no siblings, so you know I'm cold and cutthroat. He just loving and he loved his family. They
Yeah.
can steal his checks and you know beat him up and rob him, and he still love his family. And I be like, shit, I'm gonna
Cut them ninjas off. Cut them ninjas off.
So, you know, trying, trying to understand the relationship is huge. I suggest, you know, a lot of black families don't like to go to therapy or something. And not even so much a therapy, like, what is it called?
Counseling.
Counseling. So, you know, because you got a mediator to help you understand the other person. Because I was looking at something on Facebook, and the guy said, I'm going to give you this information. He said, instead of telling your person, man, I don't want to mess this up. I'm going to stay tuned to that, because I really don't want to mess this up.
Okay.
Because he said, if you worry about, like, what you feel is none of your business. What he feels is none of his business. What's your business is catering to everything that he feels, and what's his business is cater to everything. And long as y'all catering to each other, y'all ain't gonna have no problems. So, and that's hard to do when we come from different backgrounds like we do, because I come from single. My mama ran everything. My stepfather ain't never had to touch me because she would lay me down if I messed up the breadwinner. You know, if we disrespectful. So it's a whole lot of dynamics to all this different families, and then you got families with, you know, it's a lot of different bloodlines in one household. So it's a lot be going on. So sometimes counseling, I feel like, helps relationships, because you get somebody, a peer mediator to kind of help you understand each other.
Right.
That we don't do because we're so aggressive.
Yeah.
I think you bring up a good point of when you should stay. I don't think it should be tied to anything in particular, the reason why you stay in a relationship, other than love, admiration, or whatever, however you guys got together. So, you know, whatever that reason is, you've eloquently described it.
I think you put
You summed that right on up.
You did.
Right.
I was just gonna add we. you know you did that?
You know, I didn't hear it that way. I just like how corporate put
She
it.
mad.
You just summed it right on up.
I was just gonna add, my husband and I, we just came to the terms that we stay because we both love each other. We wanted to work, you know, to work whatever it was, you know. So it wasn't about the kid, or it was about me and him wanting to be together, you know, for the sake of love, the sake of, I want, you know, we exchanged some vows.
Right, because
you
you
know
who I want.
Hello.
You my ride or die.
Hello.
That's what it is.
That's my man.
So
Yeah, but
you
Should
want to sum it up?
Should you
yeah,
stay
you
together
go ahead.
for the kids? No. So to stay together for the love and the understanding and the respect of a relationship.
And what that means, what it looks
Now,
like.
What it look like is good. What it mean is great. And I'm
Even
done.
we have them moments. Yeah, you stay for the sake of
Right. And don't let anger get in your way.
And outside nature.
And outside.
And outside nature.
Don't talk to a person who ain't in a relationship.
Or in a not so good one.
I don't care if they're in a not so good one. If it's long enough, it's okay. But nobody that's not in a relationship, that's just like where I work, people say, oh, they don't hire these kind of people. They don't hire fellas. They don't hire this. They don't hire that. And the people that's telling them that don't even work where I work. So ask the person that work where you work at. You know, I mean, I was just an example, but I'm just saying,
that was
as
smooth.
somebody who's in a relationship or long term, people know
They have your
They
best
can-
interest.
and have your best
Have your
interest.
best interest.
Yeah.
I learned that.
And
That you-
sometimes it take you a minute to find out who
It
got
does.
your best interest.
And that's when you know, because they'll give you some genuine advice. They will.
Oh, you know what?
Mhm.
Look for positive people, and
Oh,
you
for
can
real.
feel them.
That's
So you can feel a positive person, and when I say that, like this, my sister-in-law, she's a positive person.
real. She's genuine.
Because she put the poker face on and she listened to you completely and she gives you the real, and it without judging the other person. She's like, now, so what you do? You know, she got this little
that poker
thing
face.
she do
Know when to
with
roll
the
them, know
poker.
when to walk away.
and she kind of do it. We do the same
Yeah.
thing, but she do it in a little bit different manner. And I really like it. Like I'm learning
she got her
from,
own
even
little
though
twist
she
on it,
got
don't
it.
she?
But yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it. So you want to, at least if you're talking with somebody about somebody you really love, you know, talk to somebody that's positive, because they're gonna
For
give
real.
you honest, positive
Yes.
feedback.
That's real.
One thing to add,
Okay.
if you are experiencing abuse, there are resources out there. The Sojourner Women's Center or Women's House. If you know someone in a
1-800
situation that's crying out, please,
Okay, so what about men?
men too.
Oh
They-
yeah,
it's
there are
for
some
men,
men
it's-
that are being abused too.
Yeah, I
Oh
watched
yeah. You'd be
it.
surprised.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
men being abused.
Being abused.
And when I say abused, I mean
It's all
they are
different
being
forms.
attacked in
Yeah.
a form where no, the woman ain't beating them up, but they are being abusive toward them, mentally,
Verbally.
yeah, verbally, and where these
Attacking-
men have
attacking his
been
manhood.
taught
Yeah.
to not physically hurt women, so they do get abused, and it's not fair.
I've seen some decent men get with some women because he's decent, from a different cloth. You want to verbally attack him,
Hmm.
degrade him, attack his manhood. That ain't cool.
That's not cool.
That ain't cool.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so
Is that
We was
the
going
end?
there, wasn't we?
Yeah, 'cause we gotta protect the brothers too.
Yeah, we love our men.
we
Yeah.
if you like what you've seen in this video, we hope that it's been helpful, and please like.
Share.
Subscribe.
And
Cause
we'll-
we
on one tonight.
Because we are
Don't walk so long.